can build a rocket ship and fly it far away. Something, something, wake up. You need to make money. How does that song go? I don't know. Anyway, Conveyance of Connection, Gensokyo Space Agency. This is the only Magpie Tea House game I haven't played yet. And, yeah, funny thing about that, I think, yeah, last time I played one of their games, it was at the end of a recording session for a day, and I was like, I don't know if I'm just gonna go ahead and play the last one or not. I'll think about it next recording session. The next recording session, I forgot. And then this is the start of a different recording session, and I remembered. And then I decided to just pick random anyway. And then random gave me this game anyway. Don't even tell me the odds of that. But, yeah, and also one thing. I don't know what jam this is from. It, didn't say on the page. I only found this game because I went on Magpie Tea House's page. I assume it's Station Jam 2022 because it's from 2022, and the Station Jams are, from what I can tell, the only ones that are missing games, which is why I didn't have this game on the list to begin with. But I don't know, so it's just... I guess this is just gonna go in the jam playlist, but it's not gonna have a subtitle because I don't know what jam it's from. That's a lot of reading. Non-aggression pact finally signed. After millennia of isolation, the lunar capital opens up to Gensokyo. The moon proposes the creation of a special zone that people of Gensokyo can visit freely. Look at that fucking cat and rabbit. Representatives of lunar capital and Gensokyo shake hands. Ante, week-long negotiations between representatives of the Lunar Defense Force and Gensokyo sages on the neutral ground of the House of Eternity have finally concluded. Both parties involved claim to be pleased with the results, find the individual terms favorable. The details of the proposed non-aggression pact for the subject of the interplanetary meeting is further step in the recent progressive reduction of hostilities between the Moon and Gensokyo. Under the watchful eye of the impartial positioned Aaron Yagakoro, Yukari Yakumo, and Watatsuki no Torihime agreed on terms of the non-aggression pact in return for redress of the past grievances caused by the inhabitants of Gensokyo. The Moon promises to avoid any further infringement on the impure lands of Gensokyo and the inhabitants thereof and the possessions thereof. A somewhat impressive concession considering the usual lunarian political view on impurity. The negotiations bookend in Yantin's Lunar Capital exhibition, which was headlined by the cross-cultural cheese exchange event. The finest products of each society were shared and taste tested as shown of a goodwill and cultural expression. See more coverage on page 4. The non-aggression terms are not the only ones included in this agreement, however. As a further demonstration of goodwill, the lunar capital has proposed the creation of a special lunar zone open for visitations by the inhabitants of Gensokyo. This also means the opening of limited trade between the societies and commitment to further cultural connection. That's great and all. I need to turn my fan on. I almost forgot about that. One degree Fahrenheit. Freaking computer is telling me it's 1 degree Fahrenheit. I don't know what place in the world it's gathering from to tell me that. It's definitely not here. Oh, there's more. Gensokyo Space Agency has officially launched Scarlet Moon to provide personal transit and cargo shipping to Moon via rocket. Scarlet Double Mansion, after last week's opening of the Moon's Gensokyo Provisional Zone, many residents of Gensokyo are understandably interested in this provision and desire to travel to the Moon themselves. There are also a number of new business proposals that require cargo service. One of Gensokyo's powers is step forward to provide a solution to these problems. A millennia of uninterrupted lunarian isolation was developed only a short time ago by several inhabitants of Gensokyo who traveled to the Moon aboard an experimental ship, the so-called three-stage rocket constructed by the Scarlet Double Mansion. Given the demand for similar transportation to the Moon and the lack of any other accessible options to make the trip, the Scarlet Double Mansion has announced the creation of a Gensokyo Space Agency named Scarlet Zone. Its stated mission is to provide passengers with freight transit to the provisional zone. Really, Scarlet Double boldly announced that this is the beginning of a new era for Gensokyo because access to the Moon as opportunity is now available to all for a price. The agency's newly appointed director, Patrick Knowledge, cannot be reached for the comment. The mansion's head maid, Saki either way, claimed that she and the rest of the staff are already hard at work in the construction of a new generation of rocket. Head maid and construction team foreman Sakya Izayoi in front of completed rocket. There we go. How do I play this game again? I read the instructions before this. Client, KK. Requirements. Travel time 12 days, passenger seats 10, comfort 30. Thank you so much for willing to take this request on such short notice. I'm very excited about this education opportunity, and so are the children. Okay. What am I doing here? Engine. Miko powered. Individual channeling the power of 3 gods can provide steady thrust with little risk and energy consumption. Tested and reliable, the middling speed is more apparent now that the money is riding on travel. Travel time 12 days. Okay. Cargo bays. Or cabins. Parcels and packages stacked together and tightly fastened with a rope to secure the cargo safely. A basic option for average quality for those who want to visit the Moon while staying on a budget. Middle module. Alright, there's comfort, seats, travel time. We're doing pretty good here. Provides necessary aerodynamics for the atmospheric portion of the journey. Not much else can be said about this module. Alright, it seems to be good. Alright. Patchily scented. What should Sakia do? Go out and search for new information around get a chance to find a module blueprint or useful item. Stay at the library and keep an eye on the ferries. Press 1 to repeat activity. Go find things, Sakia. Patchily scented eraser. You know, the main thing I know about patchouli, like the actual plant, is how apparently its smell is so strong that it's used by stoners to hide the smell of weed. Don't know how true that is. That's what I've heard. The ferry, they work. They having a good time. Saki, fuck off. I guess one thing to mention that I was kind of thinking about before this, you know, when I play these GM games, and kind of when I play games in general, I never really give like any sort of review on them. I don't know, it's just not really. I think occasionally I'll be like, that was a good game, or that was fun, or something before I end a video, but normally I don't really give my thoughts on a game after I play it. I don't know. I guess you can assume if I didn't say anything negative, I'd had nothing, mostly positive things to say anyway. I don't know, I'm not much of a reviewer. Only game I can really think of that I actually like gave a somewhat review of, I guess, would be Keifu. That's because I had a lot to say about that game. Yeah, I don't know. I guess don't expect me to give any sort of review on the games that I play. Just assume if I didn't complain about it at the end, then I enjoyed it. Is there any of these GM games I've complained about at the end? There have been a couple that, like, my complaints were I've been reading a visual novel for an hour and a half and my voice is tired, you know? Oh my. I really read that over hour-long Kyoko Kutaka visual novel, and I did that Kutaka voice the whole time. Sakia, what do you mean you found nothing? She went to visit the bookstore at the human village, but got distracted thinking about what to cook for dinner. She got groceries, but nothing for the rocket. Well, Sakia, try better next time. Unless getting rid of the distractions becomes harder, I don't see any point in having Sakia not go look for stuff. Even if she does apparently just fail sometimes. School trip to moon returns. Excited children report on beauty of lunar sea. Day 2. Kirasam M. Scarlet Moon. Yeah. Travel day 12 days. Cargo 200 kilograms. Yo, found this article about this outside space program collecting stardust with a scoop thing. Figure you could slap something together and send me to get some good stuff too. Gonna need as much space you got, huh? Cabin? Nah, I don't mean for that fancy stuff. I'll make do in a cargo base somehow. How is Marissa gonna pay for this? Alright, I only have Miko powered stuff. I need lots of cargo. Yeah, there you go. Cargo base. You click it again. Okay. Alright. What happens if I use the patchily scented eraser? It all goes away. Okay. Oh, you can actually get rid of the... Is there any reason not to have the upper module? Oh, that gets rid of the middle module. Okay. Cargo. You can sleep in the cargo compartment, Marissa. Will you find something, Sakia, please? Yeah, there's not really much gameplay after building the rocket part other than making sure I don't get interrupted by ruffians. Yuma. Fairy. Got some orangish, brownish hair, and that fairy has some, like, reddish, brownish hair. What color is that? I don't know. You want me to remember the names of all the colors? I don't remember those color names. No, I do not. Patchley's reading. Patchley having reading glasses, like, an actual thing? Did she do that in a manga once? I don't know. It's pretty common from what I see, so I assume she did if it's that, like, universal of a thing. I assume you have to wear glasses to read if you're, like, farsighted? You can't read things close to you? I don't know. I think I'm nearsighted in my left eye. That's why I can't read things very far away with that particular eye. Can with the other eye, though. It's quite weird. It doesn't look very safe. It looks like you strapped a bunch of boxes together. Now you're throwing them into space. Yuma, do you got nothing better to do? Are you supposed to be, like, leading eagles or something? How big do you think this library actually is? Because, you know, it was... Thanks for clicking out of the game there. Yep. Because, like, in 6 it was huge because Sakia used her space time powers that she used in that game and nowhere else. How big is the actual library? Because this is pretty tall. You found passenger module 3. It has seats, it has comfort and seats. Council continues to debate objections. Opposition to Gensokyo Provision Zone remains widespread. Okay. Day 3. I don't know how long this is. There was like an average, what is the word? Estimated time of around 30 minutes, but there was also an estimated time of like an hour for these games that took me like 2 hours, so, you know. But Yuji Utsuho, I do not believe for a second that she can write anything. Travel time 12 days, passenger seats 2, comfort seats 25. Extra note, I like to visit the sun. It's impossible, the rocket cannot withstand the heat of the sun, but I really wanted to visit the original sun. The moon? Well, I guess the moon is fine too. Alright. Only engine we have. Where's the things the Skakia found? They're not here. Do I have to, like... Well, that's weird. Oh, there it is. Okay, you have to choose it first. Right, it's there. Okay. So it's a type of cabin. There are types of cabins and types of cargo bays. Interesting, yes. But it's also useless for this particular thing because I only need 2 seats. Honestly, we only need 2, don't we? Yeah, that's enough comfort, enough seats. Yeah, let's build a smaller one this time. Go search Skakuya. I don't know, this should take about 30 minutes. It's not like there's anything... It's basically just me clicking buttons and watching as the game goes, so there shouldn't be anything happening that would make it take longer than usual. What made things take longer than usual for the other games is that I didn't know what to do. I guess another thing to talk about, I started listening to, like, Lennon arrangements recently. I, like, started a little playlist for it. So, you know, that's a thing. I don't think I've really listened to much outside of the original OSTs for those games. I mean, you know, those arrangements also have, like, nice art for it, so made me look up some Lennon art for a bit. Man, Lennon artists, least horniest people on the planet. Went through what, like 11 pages on Donburu before I went to bed that night, and there was like one image that was porn. Very restrained people you are. That's a summation of a lateral log of an equation. Man. I hate math. Which is why I chose a degree that required me to take a shit ton of math classes. Scarlet Moon LTD. What is an LTD? Found 200 kilogram cargo. Oh boy. Host of Divinity visits Provisional Zone. Lord Yatagarasu declines to answer any questions about past. That bird can talk? Isn't it dead? 'Cause, you know, Moku made it. Oh, now I can choose. Can help Aki Minoriko. We're so glad that you started providing a service, and just in time for harvest. We're sending a bundle of our first fruits and best artwork. We don't expect return payments. This is an expression of what the Earth has to offer the Moon. Here's to a hopeful, long relationship. Macedon AK. Requirements, travel time 12 days. Passenger seats 2. Comfort 25. Rocket, as long as it helps us rock out. Yahoo! I can't believe we got a special permission to perform on the Moon. I didn't know there were so many fans of punk up there. We're all psyched to perform outside Gensokyo for once. Thank you, everybody. This is not a difficult decision. Okay. You need comfort. And, like, cargo isn't really a problem either. Yeah, that's all I need, right? Seats, comfort, yeah. Pick another order. Oh, of course. I mean, Rico just wanted to show the Moon food. One of those things about Tuhu I found very silly. It's like, I mean, I know it's based off actual Japanese mythology, but you know, just because it's based off actual Japanese mythology doesn't mean it's not silly. It's like, yes, these super smart people thousands of years ago, they decided that it would be better to leave the Earth, which with all its natural resources and ability to support life and all that shit, and they went to a giant rock, because the Moon's a giant rock. Or a giant piece of cheese, one of those. And, I don't know, this sounds like a really silly decision, but, you know, apparently it worked out for them, because they used their super duper powers to make it a paradise or something? I don't know, it sounds more difficult to turn a rock into a paradise than take the paradise that is Earth and make it a better paradise, but what do I know? I'm not a super smart person from the Moon or something. gonna make these 2 fairies work and nobody else, huh? What are the other fairies doing? Just notice there's a clock over here. What does that tell us? 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Apparently there's like a thing now where like a significant portion of kids nowadays who can't read a clock because they just don't teach it in school anymore. I never really remember that in like preschool. You had to fill out a clock from 1 to 12. Did you ever have those like general tests in school where it's like they never really told you what they were for? You just kind of like they were like just like a general like bunch of general questions. It felt like an IQ test or something. You just filled out bubbles or something, and then they just like sent that information somewhere. I don't even think they ever told you the results. I don't know. Saki found tools, a set of professional building tools from the outside world. Productivity +1. Yay. Shoujo Gagaku concert a success. Music could be heard on the other side of the moon. Day 5. Nazarin or Suica. You just need seats, you need cargo. Man, Gensokyo's mice interested in continuing the Ludofestival Genius Exchange. A load of the Earth's finest in exchange for some of the moon stuff, even if it isn't green. You're the guys with the rockets, right? Inviting Yukari about going back to the moon, but she's acting all tight about diplomacy and all that, because I guess we gotta travel with you guys to get some of that lunar sake. Look out, Moonies, we're coming for you again. Well, this time we'll drink under the table. Right. Should only need 1, right? Because Saki found the good shit. My right leg is asleep. Yep, it's definitely asleep. Yep, why are we doing this? Yep. What? Okay. Yes. Am I missing something? Am I having a moment? Might be having a moment. Oh, it says the requirements are right here, not over here. Wait, where is it? I think I'm losing it. I might be completely losing it. Why is it not continuing? There we go. Why was it not constructing on the other one? I don't know. Yep. I mean, this would definitely probably be going faster if I had Sakia stay here, because then these fairies would build stuff faster. But, you know, she found some tools, so they'll go a bit faster now. Yeah, I went ahead. I talked about this in one of the Arcadia videos, but I was also really pissed off when I did that because the game pissed me off. So maybe I sounded a bit more mad about it than I really was. But I guess I could also talk about it here. Basically, yeah, I'm not reading the Toho manga anymore because I don't really care. So I've kind of reached like the point I've been at with Hifu for a while, where it's like If anything cool happens, I guess I can figure out about it via some other way. I don't want to read the whole thing to get there, you know? I wonder how many more rockets we will build. I wonder if it's like a completion thing, where the ones I haven't chosen I'm gonna have to end up doing later. Or if it's just like, it ends after a certain number of days, because plot reasons cause diplomatic relations to crumble down or something. Sakya! Spent the whole day at Karindo, but couldn't find anything of use. 2 of the Divas hold Wild Moon Tour. Rumors of Ibuki winning drinking contest against Lunar Lord unconfirmed. Day 6. Either Byakuren or Chirno. Hard they don't get ice on the moon. That's sad, right? Sent a whole bunch of ice and syrup up there. Ain't summer without ice. Greetings. We are pleased to hear the good news of reconciliation between ancient enemies. While we are aware of the close ties to another religion that many residents of the moon hold, we still would be remiss to disregard the opportunity to spread our beliefs of peace and enlightenment. Catchphrase. Man, you really just need, like, one of these for, like, every single rocket, huh? Not really much puzzle needed, is there? That's fine. What's reading, Patchouli? Seems to have no cover of any kind. It's completely brown. What you assume Kwakama is doing right now. Finding books. That is interesting, isn't it? The whole, now in the extra stage, actually just has a completely different sprite, with completely different colors. And I kinda never see that anywhere. I don't know, like, was that a mistake or something? Because it's not like her portrait changes there. Just such a weird detail. Like, her colors are completely different. Like, she has like an orange ribbon. Different hair color. I assume it's probably an alt in the fighting games, because that just seems like an obvious thing to make an alt. I don't know. There's some weird alts in those fighting games. I know apparently all of Raisin's alts are based off Vocaloids or something. And I think Reimu has an alt that references Concealed the Conclusion. Which is a game that I will never be able to play because it is old, and as far as I can tell, it requires like ancient version of Don Makufu to even work. So yeah, only one of these guys have gotten through, because Saki got through that one time when I accidentally clicked out of the game. I wasn't really paying attention, so I don't know what she did. Steam-powered engine blueprint. Bjorn Temple preaches on moon. Message of equality for all reportedly attracted to some LDF soldiers. Yeah, I couldn't possibly imagine why. Morichika R. After becoming aware of the Lunarian leadership's desire to get rid of junk left behind by outside humans, I have a proposal to compensate for the removal of such items. I will send a load of my finest products in exchange for these artifacts, so that both parties will find this transition satisfactory. Tenshi. Fresh. I say, Sabbath, then it's not like I need building machine for the surface to get to the moon, but really, I would like to. It would be nice to experience a different kind of travel forms, the same way the commoners do. Of course, no expense should be spared, so we arrive quickly and in comfort. Yeah. Coal-fired and cap belt. This engine uses generated heat to create steam inside a specially reinforced boiler, which is used to provide thrust, providing a modest improvement to acceleration and travel time. Does travel time, like, matter at all at any point? I don't think it has. There we go. Yeah, I had that one plot point in the Kyoko and Kutaka game I played yesterday. I'm playing on a Sunday, by the way, which I normally don't do, because my schedule was a bit different this week. So, this is the second day in a row I'm recording stuff. Yeah, there was a plot point about how, like, Kutaga's leg was messed up because of because, like, Saki kicked her in the leg really hard. It was, like, really sad. It's also one of those things where you just kind of have to, like... It's one of those things you kind of have to ignore certain details to enjoy the plot. Because it's like, here's the thing. Eren exists as a character. And because she exists as a character, a lot of... Like, Eren is so smart that she can create immortality elixirs. She's not smart enough to nullify the effects of those elixirs, but that's beside the point. So it's like anytime you have a Tuhu story, you want to include some sort of like medical condition, you kind of just have to, I guess, nerf Eren, because realistically she can just kind of do whatever. I've said that about Akio before, but thinking about it, like, it doesn't necessarily pertain to Akio, because Akio's condition isn't entirely a physical one. It's also based on, like, contracts between the Yama and shit, so I guess if the Yama were like, you're dying now because you need to fulfill your contract, I guess she would die anyway. But, you know, she's not. Master Module 4, Blue Pinch, Seats 5, Comfort 100. What am I looking at? I feel like bat wings and jet. Impure rubbish from Apollo missions finally disposed of. Top scientists continue to try to find uses for devices received in exchange. What scientists? Like Kappa? Inabate. Got a trade proposal. If this goes well, it'll be lots more business in it for you. What's in the box? Trust me, you don't want to know. Our dango's been selling so well, we'd like to send some back home too. We know we won't make much after shipping costs, but that's not the point. You don't... Refrigeration, yes. Do I have anything that has refrigeration? I don't know. Coal-fired cavalry, and you should trade it. Luxurious cabin, probably the most comfortable space travel. It features a small balcony with coffee table and telescope. Of course, you cannot step out of the balcony. You have light seeing it from the inside. Provides a great aesthetic. Does anything provide? I can't do this one, can I? No, I can't. This requires refrigeration, which I don't have, so I guess we're doing the other one. Something tells me this isn't gonna end very well. Oh well. Man, Akio has such a metal backstory, doesn't she? It's one of those times where I read a Tuhu's backstory and I was like, man, that's pretty neat. So is it a weird time? I'm trying to remember how exactly my experience with reading the Tuhu stuff even was. I think it started in like late 2019, I think. And I think I read like all the non-manga stuff first. Because it was easier, because it was just like on the Tuhu wiki. And then I read the manga stuff. I think I finished somewhere, sometime in like mid-2020, somewhere around there. I kind of just remember, you know, this was back before I had a working car when I was still in high school. So I remember just kind of like sitting in the corner at my school, waiting to be picked up, and just kind of like reading random crap on the Tulu wiki. That was, yeah, late 2019. That was like over 5 years ago. Time sure does go by, doesn't it? And the days go by glycerine. A cardboard cutout of Sakya. Where did she find it? Productivity +1. Look, I know the fairies are stupid, but are you telling me they can't tell a cardboard cutout from the real thing? Probably. Kappa Run Water Show closes for the season. Organizers thank everyone for patronage. Look forward to seeing them next year. What did Tay do? That had nothing to do with what I just did. What did Tay do? There's Tenchi again. Ah, yeah. Shamaru. Pure and honest Shamaru here. The Bunbaru News is looking forward to getting the first extraditional scoop in history. The Lunar Lords haven't returned our messages, but we won't wait for their special mission to report on the political ramifications of the treaty from a lunar perspective. Right. Need comfort. So I'm assuming getting something that has refrigeration is just kind of a random thing that can happen. With the random thing that Sakya can find, and I just haven't. Oh, look at him, they're building super fast. Isn't it a point that, like, they employ a bunch of fairies, but they're kind of, like, useless? So it makes you wonder why they employ them to begin with, other than just to make the mansion more lively, I guess. Amelia is lonely. She needs fairies roaming across the rooms, or she gets anxious. Hatchley is very good at throwing books at precise angles. In fighting games, she just, like, smacks people with big old books. Blowtorch fairy. Looks like a small Sakya. What theme is this? This is one of the Hifu themes, right? Saki, do you have nothing better to do? Just go lead your army of wolves or something? I'm gonna assume this goes to day 10. 10 sounds like a pretty even number. Petroleum engine. Exclusive first ever moon scoop. Lunar Council continues debate rules over provision zone. Day 10. Got Aaron. I understand that you are offering a comparable competitive rate for transporting cargo to the moon. I am interested in utilizing this offer to return the artifacts that are on loan from the capital for a recent exhibition and sending some additional medicinal products. Yomu Kampaku. Lady Yuko would like to formally apologize for an untoward theft of a precious irreplaceable artifact from the moon. She intends to provide reparations partially with a gift of a brew that is equally irreplaceable. Just between us, this smell is making my head spin, even when the bottle's closed. Help. Yomu. Get one of those. Yeah. A comfy cabin. What does that say? $1.5 passenger seats. Oh, okay. The unneeded 0 at the end makes it look like 150. There we go. Are you gonna find a refrigerator, Sakia? So if Sarah and Ringo show up again, I can help them this time? That fancy door. Sure is fancy. In this fancy mansion. God damn it. I tried to put the mouse there and get her there beforehand, but it was too late. So I can't even tell what that did. Did I make the productivity or the progress go down? Yeah, it's been 41 minutes here. I don't feel like I've done anything that would cause me to go any slower. So, I don't know. There's a graph where the rocket goes that way. There's some kind of drawing of Vermelia here. It's a bar graph. Those bar graphs, don't they? So why exactly do you need like a ladder for these bookshelves when everyone can fly? There's a lot of examples of that in this series where it's like, why is the architecture like this if everyone who lives here can fly? Like, yokai and fairies can naturally fly, so the only ones who'd have to do this is humans who can't fly, and there like aren't that many of those outside the human village. Passenger Module 2 Blueprint, seats 15, comfort 35. Alright, there was 10 days. Amelia Scarlet at press conference. Scarlet Moon to end operations. Lunarian ban on rocket travel means no more launches. Collaborative effort with Yakima released a portal to provision zone. Scarlet to Mansion. Amelia Scarlet announced the indefinite suspension of all rocket launches at a press conference today. Lunarian objections to pollution and space debris result in the restrictions for the moon's surrounding space. Rest assured, this transit and cargo shipments to the moon will continue through the creation of a stabilized multi-locational tether at Ante, effectively a portal. The tether is the result of a collaboration between Yukari Yakumo's manipulation of boundaries and Lunarian science. Testing has proven it to be completely safe and near instant, far faster than any rocket. Still, many residents of Gensokyo remember the rockets fondly. They may have been a short-lived symbol of a transportational area, now obsolete, but there's something indisputably romantic about that ephemeral nature. In the outside world, a country was forced to hire riders and swift horses to carry the mail. It was expensive and short-lived service, but the riders became legends because they managed to connect people together again. The first breakthrough that reunited divided people has its own dignity and is deserving of respect. Here we go. That's just the game. A little less than 45 minutes. Hey, there you go. I've played every Magpie TOS game until they make another one. New Game Plus. I don't know what that is. I assume that's starting the game again with everything that Sakia's found so far. I'm not doing that. It's been close to 45 minutes, but that's the thing you can do. But yep, pretty fun game. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not good at these review things, which is why I normally don't try. But yep, that was that. Next time, play some other randomly selected game. Bye.